All right, Coach, EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Sunshine State in TIAA Bank Field here in Jacksonville. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it, this crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the New York Jets and the Jacksonville Jaguars. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line.
Son. 44th Mike. Check. Lady, I'm coming after you. Switch.
On first down, it's George. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. Well, you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, second and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
From the 35 on second down, Darnold. He gets this into the hands of Taylor. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 42.
It's a gain of 23 yards. First down, Jets.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Let's get off the field.
Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
And with the play clock winding down, we're going to get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Ball on the 42 as they come up second and 10. Here's Darnold. That's complete to Robinson. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 17-yard line. And on this first drive, looks like they want to get that vertical passing game going early.
And they did, and what a warning shot they just fired. If you're not going to back up and play coverage deep, we're going to attack you all game long. And once you adjust to that and you start to back off, then that opens things up underneath. A really nice start for them. Great way to get the game going.
Our game not even 2 minutes old, but a quick red zone opportunity. They've got a first and 10 at the 17. Throwing again is Darnold. Almost able to intercept it. That's one he would have liked to have held on to on his first drive. Instead, second down.
I know in every game we do, we talk about momentum. That was a momentum play lost. And now there could be a letdown because they didn't get the interception.
Yeah, you could almost hear the collective gasp on the sideline as he could not come up with. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. A great play there. His third touchdown now on the year. And the Jets take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Here we go! 70, Indy. All day, just like that. Protein spill. Watch the ship. Watch the ship. Hey, let's go.
They'll run on first down. It's Patrick. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. 36 yards on the play. Boy, the offensive line there, that was a thing of beauty to watch them block.
I love how you give a little appreciation for those big guys up front, and well-deserved. But how about the execution behind them? You can see the hours of practice that have gone into it. Great pocket by the running back. Quarterback puts it right in the perfect spot. Great mesh point by them. The timing on point. The run even better.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. The target that time, Michael Thomas. And now it's second down.
All right, that one fell incomplete there, but the best quarterbacks, they'll miss on 40% of their throws, somewhere in that neighborhood, similar to a great hitter in baseball who's going to fail 7 out of 10 times and still have a great year. In this case, you want perfection, but way better that it hits the ground instead of going to an opposite color jersey.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 22 yards there, a first down.
First and 10 at the 17-yard line.
Ready? 50, plant. And we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. Get it.
On first down, Patrick. And he'll get 4 there, down to about the 12-yard line.
If you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. 2nd and 6. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 13. And he'll take this across midfield and inside the 45. They told us repeatedly earlier in the week in our meetings, we need some plays from our defense here on the road early. They got one.
And don't think they were above all week long pointing out to their defense that the other defense is rated higher than them. You going to let that happen, guys? Is that how we're going to play? And they responded to the challenge.
Check 52.
They'll run on first down. It's George. Miles Jack there to make the tackle.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Come on, baby. Let's see what you got.
Now Darnold. They go with a shuffle pass, and it's complete. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40.
How about that shuffle pass? Or if you want to call it the shovel pass, that's fine too. That's one of those plays that you take a little bit of risk there because you're trying to throw the ball into the middle of the field where a lot of big bodies lurk, and they can knock it away, pick it off, but they were able to execute it successfully on that play.
From the gun on third down, here's Darnold. And Robinson with a big catch. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line.
Inside, 44, Mike, 44. Bring it. Yeah, young lady.
On first down, Darnold letting one go deep for the end zone. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done.
An incomplete pass leads to second and 10 from the 25. Again, Darnold. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Yeah, had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete.
Check in. I got it.
Throwing here on third down. Darnold. This will be caught by Brown. And, boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays that when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Here's second and 9, just a yard on that last run.
22 Jet Bomber.
Second and 9 now. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. That one good for 37 yards.
First and 10 at the 38-yard line.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for first and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The run only got a yard. Here's second and 9.
Watch the run. Big Rivers.
They'll look to throw. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. Will Harris there to make the play.
There are a good number of coaches that any time they call an in route are really worried about the play because there's so much traffic ordinarily that the ball has to get through to get to the receiver. And on that play, it was batted down.
Ready.
So third down, they need to get to the 28 for a first.
Ready.
He'll look to throw. And it's complete to Kelsey. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 13-yard line.
and 10 at the 13-yard line.
Set, ready? 60 outlaw, X3, 218, chopper. Fire.
And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. Give him 4 yards there on the first down keeper.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
Come on, set, 18 Gator. Check, 53's mine. Come on, baby, come on, let's go. No, off.
On second down now, it's Patrick. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. He'll drop to throw. And this is going to be incomplete.
Boy, you will not see a quarterback of his caliber miss on one like that very often. I mean, there it is, wide open, got the shot, and he misfires.
We talk about, boy, he'll want that one back all the time. He definitely wants that one back. A good drive gets him inside the 5, but they could not punch it in.
And credit the defense, too. Make sure that happens because that was the old bend but don't break approach. Made sure they contained them when they absolutely had to and forced the field goal attempt that went through.
This is taken at his 4th. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
Let's go!
At their own 28-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
Darnold now 6 of 10 in this first half. He's got his guys a first down here. Now it's Darnold. Got a man. It's Brown. That throw good for 4. It's second down.
Number 86. Out of bounds at the 43-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup. Second and 6.
Four yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
Check the ready. Check 17. Kill.
They'll run it now out of the gun. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down? 10-3 our score after 1 here on EA Sports. And the Jags have 5 in the secondary here on 3rd down.
Switch it. Come on, switch it. Check. Crouch.
Now a give, right side. George. And he has the first down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45. They get the first. The decision to run on 3rd and medium winds up being a good one.
First down, New York.
So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. The shotgun snap for Darnold. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's George. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. Give him 6 on the play, and it'll be a 2nd down.
At the 39-yard line.
We're going to sign. 44. Waiting. Day, every day, any day. Bang, 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 bang. Whip.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. That one a 1st down pickup of 8.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
On 2nd and 2, Darnold. He finds his tight end, Gentry. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
Real side. 55 to mine. Check. 55 to mine. Here I come again. Here I come again. Here I come again.
They'll try to run this one in. And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
That almost felt like the defense said, he is not getting in. What a play.
Not only stopping him at the line, but pushing him back a yard as well. Back at the 2 now. Here's 2nd and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. A great effort there. With his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Jets will extend their lead. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And the lead is now 17-3. Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. This is taken at the 3. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Ready, set.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And tough to win games if you're going field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
We're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score.
On the double.
Tight end right. Tight end right. Hey. 4 down.
On play action, they'll throw. He's got his all-pro receiver, Michael Thomas. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. That one a pickup of 15 for Jacksonville.
Jaguars, first down. First and 10 at the
Go.
44-yard line.
8 read. Here we go.
Back to throw now on 1st down. Eluding the pressure right. Complete. The tight end, Kelsey. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds.
I like the design of that play, or shall I say the way it ended up. Quarterback ends up to the right side. You know, he gets outside of the pocket. How about the tight end staying in his sight line and getting to that same part of the field, and they find each other for the completion.
Tyler, 64, weak. I'm going to run you over. Hit it.
On second down, Fitzpatrick, and this time he's able to take it down to the 42. 7 yards there and a first down.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Looking to throw. That's complete. It's Charles. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. A big one there for the Jags. 18 yards, first down.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that one looked pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard, inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
They'll look to throw now on first down. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. He was looking for his tight end, Kelsey, but it'll be second down.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Guys, it's game situation. Let's go.
Ready?
2nd and 10. Well, he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. An 11-yard touchdown as his guys are back within a single score. They haven't fully climbed the mountain, but they've started the ascent here with that score.
I like that, right? I think they've left base camp now, okay? So they've started to move their way up the mountain. Long way to go, but at least they know it's manageable.
This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And they have to be pleased with the way that they've moved the football thus far.
And why wouldn't they be? 2 touchdowns on a field goal in their first 3 possessions. They're playing so well.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Miles Jack. And they have the football that will set up shop at the 33-yard line. They're trying to resurrect his confidence. Last week was a disaster. 5 interceptions in that loss, and another pick there.
I played with a quarterback like this before, and he had a tough game, and the head coach said, I'll take him, I'll fix him. The very next game, he started out the exact same way. The head coach turned to the offense coordinator and said, he's yours from now on. Someone has to take responsibility and work with it and try and get him settled.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
2nd and 3 at the 27-yard line.
A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Second and 3. It's caught to Charles. They will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. In for the score, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Point after, right down the middle. And we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half. 17-17 the score. All even to this point as the kick's away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. The interception on the last drive proved costly, led to the tying score, so 17 all as they come up on a first down. They're going to get 9 here on first down as he gets this one up to the 34-yard line. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
Brings up 2nd and 1 at the 34-yard line.
The last run got 9. That leaves them with 2nd and a yard.
Let's get off the field, D. Let's get off the field, D.
Darnold. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
On 3rd down, it's George.
That's a tremendous group effort there because when you talk about offensive lines, the best ones, talk about guys that play in harmony, in sync, and getting things done, and they did that on that play.
Yeah, especially on 3rd and 1. Got to be in sync, and they were. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game.
Good work, boys. Let's go. Let's go.
A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now. We'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. On 1st and 10, Darnold. He's got the first down and more past midfield. And finally brought down at the 31-yard line. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great. And what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big gain. Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. This secondary has been roasted in this first half, but they get a measure of revenge there. Nice play on the deep ball.
Yeah, they're going to need a few more plays like that in order to get their confidence fully back, but that's one step in the proper direction.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up, 2nd and 10.
Check. Oh, lady. Fresno.
Back to throw, Darnold. Oh, nearly picked. And maybe lucky there. This guy doesn't drop many defensively. 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions. 3rd down here in 10, but you're still in field goal range.
And that's the thing to keep in mind. They're in field goal range. So now you don't take any unnecessary risks, but you try and find a way to get back to what you were doing earlier in the drive in order to finish this one off.
To throw is Darnold. And that is incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
And this one is right down Broadway. And with that, they take the lead here 20-17. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
This is taken at the 3. Then he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of sixes back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2 for 1 without ever even giving up the football.
That's good for Jacksonville. First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10.
Hey. You got 3.
Back to throw here. Oh, that was dangerous. Threw it into coverage, almost picked, but instead they'll keep it on 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, you need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Now the Jets are going to burn another timeout as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half.
Ready.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down.
Defense all day. All day.
Get it.
Back to throw. And he comes back with one complete. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Second down pass play got him 8 yards. Now they've got a 3rd and a couple remaining.
Watch the twist. Watch the twist.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. Now the Jags will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the 2nd quarter.
On the set.
52. I got you, boy. I got you, boy.
Hit it.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. That one complete. He finds Shark. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. The Jaguars now will use the last of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. This quarterback now closing in on a 200-yard first half through the air. It's 1st and 10. They'll set up to throw. Throwing the out route and complete. That's Charles. A 14-yard first down pickup for the Jaguars. So we've hit halftime. Just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we now go downstate to Orlando and check in with Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Both these offenses have been in fine form. What will the second half bring us as we are underway in quarter 3? This fielded at the 2. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is bottled up? Fumble! It's out, it's loose!
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Hey, wahoo!
52. Watch 52. 52.
Now back to throw. And this one into the hands of DJ Shark. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. DJ Chark, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And once again, the Jaguars are back out in front. Point after, up and good. And that will make this a 4-point game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half two.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second half?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
On second down now. It's George, and he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him, so when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
Open man is Taylor. He's got it. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. Give him the third down conversion, 5 yards on the play.
First down, New York.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Here we go. Watch the pass. Watch the pass.
Darnold from the gun. Open man here is Gentry. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3.
Hey, watch it, watch it. Lady. Watch safety creep,
Recon, 132 fighter.
Check 24, check 24.
Hey, 80.
Here's Darnold. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Myles Jack with a sack.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. But he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
3rd and long, it's Darnold. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 40. And a terrific return there. They're finally able to corral him down near the 11-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Check the out, check the out, check the out. Shoot.
They'll keep it on the ground. Patrick, and that'll get him halfway there as he takes it from the 6 to the 3-yard line.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
Got it.
53, check 53. In the face. Shoot, watch the shoot.
Let's go.
On 3rd down, it's Patrick. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
That's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Jets first down. Good push up front, and that run in between the tackles.
Let's play the leverage game here. Offensive line just got lower than the defensive front, and they're able to get their pads on them and move them backwards and creates.
That's caught inside the 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Chris Herndon, his first touchdown of the new season, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Well, that was the fly route for a touchdown, and since he caught that one and scored it, I got to tell the story. Before the game, we were standing there. He was running deep routes, dropped one, it bounced up and just hit me right in the gut, and I said, come on, man, but there was no drop.
Yeah, you okay now?
I'm good.
All right, good. We got the ice pack up here. You're just fine. What I loved about it was the subtlety of the route, because everyone knows he's fast. They're going to play him for that route first and foremost, but sometimes it's a head fake. It's varying your speed off the line of scrimmage. It's giving the defensive back different angles to think about. Is he going inside? Is he going outside? And then, as you noted, he just took off past him. Oops, there he goes again.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. They'll keep it on the ground. Patrick. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing him further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
Set 70, Indy.
It's going to be a long day. It's going to be a long day.
He'll look to throw. It's Kelsey on the ground. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 16 yards that time on the pickup for the Jags and a first down.
Well, sometimes our pregame meetings do pay off, don't they? What do the guys in the locker room call him?
Well, they said it with a chuckle. They called him Old Reliable.
Yeah, that means he doesn't move quite as fast as he used to, but he still knows all the tricks, doesn't he? Even that little gentle push-off in order to get open, he finds a way to pick up a first down.
This quarterback now nearing the 300-yard mark with still a quarter to play. It's 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll take it across midfield down into Jet territory. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Ready, 30 base. 53
is the mark.
2nd and 6. A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 36.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. After the interception, here's Darnold. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. Clearly wasn't outside of the tackle box. There's your penalty.
And accompanying that penalty, a loss of down.
They lose the yardage, and, of course, they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long. The shotgun snap for Darnold. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
It's always tough trying to keep your guy upright when he's trying to throw the football. And when you're dealing with those big, bad guys on the defensive front, it's even tougher. And this time, those guys on the opposite side won the battle, getting to the quarterback and knocking him into an incompletion.
From the gun on 3rd down, here's Darnold. And the Jags get to him as down he goes.
Well, this is what happens when you get behind the chains, as people like to say. When you have obvious passing situations, hard to vary it up and fool a defense.
And you hate those situations if you're an O-lineman, right?
Oh, without a doubt, because you just know they're coming, and you never know exactly how. They can be exotic in their blitzes, or their athletic ability just takes over.
Give them 11 yards that time on the return. And this offense takes over in great shape right at the 50, 1st and 10. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line.
Here we go again.
Now they'll run on the draw. Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he's stopped behind the line of scrimmage.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14.
Alpha.
52's the mark.
2nd and 14. Complete. The tight end, Kelsey. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A gain there of 21 yards. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
Big grip.
On 1st down, it's Patrick. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. An ideal spot here to get a first down and try to run some more clock, and this is 2nd and less than a yard. He's got the first down inside the 10, and finally down at the 9-yard line. Sets him up nicely, 1st and goal. It was a pickup of 14.
Down. 10 Lobo.
Check. 53's mine. Cut.
5.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up second down. They'll keep it on the ground. Patrick, and he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. A great play there. His second touchdown on the season. And the Jaguars are able to widen their lead. Extra point right down the middle. And that will ensure that it will take a touchdown and a two-point conversion to tie it. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is taken at his 4. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. And now we'll get a timeout. Looks like we've got a Jaguar in some discomfort down there on the field. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. Toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete.
No grounding call there. He had a receiver near the right sideline. It was pretty clear there. He just needed to get rid of that one.
And he did have a receiver in the area, but initially my view was obstructed, and I thought that was going to be grounding, but clearly the correct call made, and that is no call.
Is that why you threw your play sheet down? Is that why you did it? Was that the flag?
You can't be giving me up. I got a lot of issues up here in the booth. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Here's Darnold. He finds Taylor, complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 42.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Darnold now, a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
Mike Spopo. Me and you all day. All day. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. 280. Mike, 44.
Now on 2nd and 13. Darnold. Forced out to his left. He'll try and run it. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's 3rd down.
Yeah, not much there that time, and I think we were both wondering once he got out of the box whether he just throw the ball away and he winds up only picking up a yard or 2.
The Jets on 3rd down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This is 3rd and 11. Now it's Darnold. And unable to connect, incomplete. Now, give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
I remember a coach telling me a long time ago the difference between playing corner and safety in the NFL. Corner is like the Autobahn. Everybody just flying by, and these corners have been really busy in this game, although they got it done on the last play.
On the last play, yes, but there have been some good numbers put up against them offensively. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And that right there is something we've seen, 15 times in NFL history. That will officially go down as a 60-yard field goal.
And everything has to be absolutely perfect for this to have any chance. He's got to get it out low and really drive through it. And I tell you, that was one heck of a kick. One heck of a decision on the sideline to even try it as well.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is, do all the things that you're taught in order to close out the game. Don't even let that become an issue.
Yeah, but still a one-possession game. This one not fully over yet. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Looking to throw. The tight end Kelsey has it over the middle. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
This quarterback now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. They run the counter. It's Patrick. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 3rd down.
Here we go. 18 Gator. 53 is mine. I got you. Hit it.
They'll set up a throw. The open man is Shark. It's complete. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A 14-yard first down pickup for the Jaguars.
That's good for another Jacksonville 1st and 10 at the 18-yard line.
Let's go. 60 or 53. Cross the slant.
They'll run on 1st down. Patrick, he'll get forward for 3 down to the 16-yard line.
We know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play.
Set.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Here's a 2nd and 7. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Now let's see who this is on. Well, you won't hear any boos from this home crowd on that call.
No, not at all. And it's been a long day for this crowd waiting for this game. It's been a long evening as well. Finally, they feel they got a call.
So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. They'll look to throw here. And it's incomplete.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. Nothing on first down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, 2nd and goal. Going to give this time to the tailback. And he'll work his way closer to the goal line as he's got 5 down to the 3.
Well, the spotlight hit him once already tonight as he got into the end zone. He was trying to make it a double spotlight, wasn't he?
But credit the defense, bottling him up, not letting him get in for the second score there. As big of a play as we've had in this one so far. This is 3rd and 3. He'll drop to throw. Feeling the pressure here and taken down. A sack back at the 7. Quentin Williams in there to get him for a loss of 3, and it will be 4th down. And his kick is good. And that'll push the lead up to 8. But from a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a one-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
Here we go. Here we go.
At their own 29-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. Well, they don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Darnold on first down. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Back to throw, Darnold. Over the middle, complete. That's George. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now Darnold. Looking for his running back, and he's got him.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
It's 2nd and 8.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. Back to throw. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 19.
That's a nice job right there, partner, because they were able to work down the middle of the field, working in the seams, because I think defensively they were guarding the sidelines, trying to keep them from getting out of bounds. They took what they gave them, and it was successful.
Back to throw. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. Give him 7 on the play, and it'll make it 2nd down. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Darnold now to throw. And incomplete. Now a pause for an injury, and oh boy, that looks like the quarterback, Darnold. Yeah, he's down. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. 7th play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3.
Switch. Hey, switch gears.
Blue draw Corkers. Let's go.
On 3rd down. It's George. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. Defensively, they rallied the troops to force 4th down after that 7-yard pickup back on 1st. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds left to go. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
218, chop it. Snap.
And he won't get there. They stop him a few yards short of the line to gain. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Jaguars are going to take possession here on the turnover on downs. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And still 2 timeouts defensively, but even if they choose to use those, 3 kneel downs should be enough to get out of here with a victory.
And that's exactly what's being stated into the head coach's headset. Oftentimes they have a guy upstairs who monitors this at the end of the game. Little clock management 101.
You're not ready.
A lot of scoring. There's no doubt about that in this one, Charles. Points, they were not at a premium. They were pretty easy to come by.
They were, but it was fun, wasn't it? Because both teams finding ways to click. And you know people who love this game, they also love baseball games that are 14-11 with 3 or 4 home runs mixed in.
So for the Jaguars, they used a favorable early schedule to their advantage as they move to 2-0. And
Ladies and gentlemen,